We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Aiden has an issue with sound cutting out of his left speaker randomly. Speaker wire. He previously had a Denon 2313 CI while in the apartment and never experienced the issue, but about a week after moving to a new home, the cutting in and out started. Speaker wire. He swapped the left and right speakers and even swapped the left speaker for an entirely different speaker, and the problem stayed in the left channel. Thinking it was a bad channel in the Denon, he replaced it with the Marantz SR7010, and the issue disappeared for a day or two, then reappeared in the Marantz. Speaker wire. He swapped the left and right speaker wires with no effect. His last attempt was to swap the banana plugs, and he plans to do more two-channel listening to see if this fixes the issue. He's also retested the Denon separately with totally different speakers, and now the left channel doesn't output at all. Has something killed his left channels? He doesn't want his new Marantz to suffer the same fate as the old Denon, so what could be causing this? All right, speaker wire. Is what I kept saying over and over again. Because that's generally what it is. There's a short that's happening across here somehow.
Seems like it has to be.
Oh, it's definitely what it is. There is no doubt in my mind. There is a short. Now, I said speaker wire over and over again because it's usually there's like one stray strand. But he said he switched to speaker wire, so that sort of kills that. But does it? Because, you know, there's all sorts of places where things can touch and things can lie across the speaker terminals or something. The fact that he's done all this switching indicates to me, well, I just don't know what it indicates to me, to be honest with you. There's some sort of short someplace. I don't know where the short is. But the fact that it's only in the left channel and it's in two separate receivers means that it is in the cabling somehow.
Yeah, you took out what was the left speaker, put a different speaker there, connected the same speaker wire, and the new speaker started cutting out. Now, it's not like you have that many defective speakers, and when you take that speaker that was stopping producing sound in the left channel, it works fine on the other channels. And yeah, no, this has to be in the wire. It has to be, or some part of the connection. Right, like he was saying, he's tried replacing the banana plugs. It's not there are those banana plugs that the entire body of them is metal.
Yeah,
and
that's
I don't
exactly
like,
what I'm thinking.
I don't like those because some of those are long enough. They don't have to be physically touching.
Well,
they just get close enough to arc.
If you are weighting the speaker cable a little bit, if you're pulling it to one side or the other, it pulls them together.
Yep.
And that has happened to mine. I know it's happened to mine because I've had like distortion and then things starting to cut in and out, and I go back there and I basically just kind of readjust all my speaker cables and everything's fine.
Yeah. I mean that's why I like those Sewell deadbolt banana plugs, because other than the plug, the actual plug that goes right into the binding post, everything else is covered in plastic. So it's non-conductive.
I'm guessing it's a weighting issue with this.
Yeah, no, I think your banana plugs are being squeezed. They're not necessarily touching, but just close enough that there can be a little bit of an electrical arc that goes there.
And remember, as the power goes through these speaker cables, everything in that chain is being heated up ever so slightly. And when it does, things are going to move closer together. And when they arc, they're going to kind of pop apart a little bit as that that electromagnetic field is released, or static charge.
It stinks, though, that it seems like it has killed the left channel in his Denon.
Shouldn't have.
It should have gone into protection mode.
It should have gone into protection mode, which means that you should probably be talking to Denon about that, because these days there should be no way of killing a channel in a modern amplifier. I've seen it happen. I've done it myself, where I've like touched. I had speaker cables connected, and then I stepped on the remote, and then there's a cable just lying across the ground, touching each other, and everything it goes into protection mode, and I'm like, ah! And then turn it back on, everything's fine. So I mean, if you're happy with new Marantz, that's fine. But you should be contacting Denon and saying, hey, I lost my left channel. That shouldn't happen, right? And they should say yes. Now, if it's really old, they may say, yes and too bad. But hopefully they'll say yes and send it to us and we'll fix it.
Yeah.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.